All right, we're back at 9:16 on North Dakota Today. Conflict in the workplace, it's unavoidable. It's going to happen. It's part of being human. But it's how you deal with that conflict that makes all the difference.
That's right. Dealing with conflict in the workplace takes respect among your coworkers. But here's the important part. It also takes good leadership.
Yes.
Now, Kristen Getzloff is one of the co-owners of the Inspired Life Wellness Clinic here in Bismarck. She's here to help us take a look at the issue this morning. Good morning, Kristen. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Now, conflict in life and in the workplace is inevitable, right?
It is. It is. It's part of human nature to have differing opinions, differing viewpoints on what's going on. And so, yeah, it's going to happen. We have to accept that, first of all.
And if you have a strong personality in the workplace, sometimes labeled the bully, they can control, or at least attempt to control the situation by controlling the people around them, right?
Yes, that happens too, absolutely. And there are specific ways to handle that as a person in the workplace, whether you're the leader or the manager or the coworker that tends to be the brunt of that.
I like that because we're actually talking about two scenarios here. We're talking about management, like you mentioned, and we're talking about coworkers and how they relate to one another. So let's talk about the coworkers and how we relate to one another as coworkers. I would imagine that right from the get-go, there's got to be a certain amount of respect just among coworkers themselves.
Yes, yes, and that has to be the foundation of any business, of any workplace, is just common decency to other people, recognizing that human dignity and having respect for other people. That will go a long way towards minimizing conflict among coworkers.
So that's your foundation there.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then you've got a manager who has to deal with these occasional conflicts when they come up. What's the, I mean, obviously there's no one size fits all scenario, but what's
this applies to you especially.
It
this is where you are.
That's right. Conflict is very, very common.
Yes.
And the thing that I see most commonly is people wanting me to solve it rather than solving it themselves. What do you think?
You know, and that is very common, and so it's not unusual to see that. It's much easier, as all of us know, to go and have somebody else fix it for me, please. I don't want to deal with the conflict. I can't.
Go tell mom.
Yep, exactly. We learn that from very small children, right? And that's not always the best. Well, of course, it's not the best way to deal with it. But as a manager and as a leader, it's important to be able to, number one, know your staff, get to know them, and it takes a little bit of work. But then you know where each person is coming from, what each personality is like. And then you can help them learn to manage conflict on their own. So they're not constantly coming to you wanting you to fix it. They actually learn how to manage that with the other person without you even involved.
So is it okay to say, listen, you guys go work on that?
It can be. It can be, but you have to, again, know the people that are involved.
Because if there's a bully involved, then that person's always going to win. It's like,
and one of those people may not be, well, they both may not be good at conflict, so they're looking to their manager for help.
So then it's like, okay, come into my office, sit down, what do you have to say, what do you have to say, and then what, am I the voice of wisdom in this scenario?
Well, and that's, yes, you are. We'll say Monica is the voice of wisdom. And you just help them to understand each other's viewpoints. Part of what's really important is modeling conflict resolution.
So you can't just go off on people either.
Yeah, that's important, yes. Yes, is to be able to do that yourself.
Right.
And so to be able to help them understand each other's viewpoints, and the more you do it, it's a repetition and a practice thing. It's not going to be a once and done kind of deal.
Do most people recognize the bully in the office place? I mean, do they, like if there are a group of 6 people and one of them has the strongest personality and is constantly...
one person may consider that worker a bully, but everybody else is just going, oh, he's fine.
Yeah. Right.
And again, that goes to specific personalities. You can have 6 people in a group and you do, like you said, have that strong personality. 4 of the other 5 may also have a fairly strong personality or whatever's going on, but the one that ends up getting picked on may be maybe a person that doesn't like conflict at all, somebody who ends up being the target. We see that
kind of like at school.
Exactly.
Yeah, being bullied at school.
Does appearance, demeanor, those sorts of things make people more susceptible to being bullied?
It can, because a lot of times that's a reflection of what's going on inside.
Right.
And what your attitude is and your demeanor inside.
Okay.
Right.
And
Kristen, we're going to take a quick break right now. We'll be right back on North Dakota Today with more conflict in the workplace.